My name's Sean. I'm from a town in Ireland called Drogheda, and I'm a filmmaker. I got into media at a fairly young age. Probably in my late teens was when I discovered that I enjoy filmmaking quite a lot. It wasn't until I was in my 20s that I actually got my hands on a film camera and started to actually make film. But I got into the editing process very early. And I've done other media projects in the background, so media like web design, magazines, print media, graphic design, animation, that kind of thing. So this actual profession has always been something that strongly interested me. The inspiration for the story is an incredible, true piece of history. And to do it right, I felt we do have to go back to the start, to the roots. Most of that will take place in Scotland. This story from 1943 by a man called David Haworth, who was a Royal Navy officer, wrote a book by the name of We Die Alone. And that book stuck with me from when I was a child. And it's been an inspiration to this day. When I took time away, I was able to formulate this big plan, this big project to retrace the greatest survival of World War II. And I tried to go out and find people to join me on this journey and create a community that would support it and build it into something really worthwhile doing. I was under no illusions at the time as to how difficult it was going to be for me to be physically ready for it on a normal scale, but then there is the added obstacle, which isn't impossible, but it is difficult, of spinal injuries. So back when I was younger, I did have a few injuries, trauma-related, blunt force trauma-related injuries on my spine, and I also had a fractured pelvis. Don't really know why they didn't heal properly. There was some form of treatment given. There was a bit of physical rehabilitation, physical therapy, and a couple of minor operations. But that was a long time ago. That's over 18, 19 years ago. Actually, it's over 19 years ago. And I had a road traffic accident since that, which had also impacted on the mid-spine, so the thoracic end of it. And it means that there is 3 levels where there are damaged discs. And I know that a lot of people live daily with damaged discs. The thing is that I'd like to highlight we shouldn't have to live with this. There should be proper treatment. The seriousness of spinal injuries for anyone is that it debilitates the rest of the back over time, and then it causes lower limb issues and balance goes. You have you have a lack of strength. You've definitely a loss of function over time. Because it's not that your back is injured, it's that your central nervous system becomes injured. And that's where the stress arises. The overall message from both Bulstru's original survival story and this particular mediocre story, I suppose, is resilience. It's a message of hope. Don't give up hope. I'm not finished yet. I'm not at the finish line. I'm not 100%. But I've accepted that even when I do get the proper treatment, I won't be 100%, but I'll be 100% better than what I am right now. And I think you just have to keep persevering, ploughing ahead and not giving up. And I think that's the message that you're going to see throughout the entire program. It will be extremely difficult. There will be breaking points, and I don't know what that will exactly be. Maybe it'll be on one of the speed marches when maybe the legs give way, or maybe it'll be when it comes to a point where we're up in the mountains and I don't know, something just gives. But overall, I think that's where you'll see the chips are down. There's a decision that needs to be made, and there'll be a workaround that'll make it successful. For me, the whole thing has been a rock for the last while. It's really and truly been a big inspiration to me. So to be part of this story, it's exactly the kind of thing that I need in order to keep me motivated in my life. But I think it's more than that. It's given me the chance to actually send a message to people who are in a similar boat to myself, a similar pair of shoes. It doesn't only have to mean people who are experiencing spinal injuries or any sort of injury at all. It could mean people who experience stress in their lives or have a mountain that they have to climb and they don't know exactly how they're going to do it. So for me, it's given me that opportunity to be able to show them, if you keep in the game and you stick with it, persevere, you will succeed in the end.